Hello there, fellow cultists. This is DM Now, and I'm back with another Shadow Talk. This is episode 147, and today we're going to be creating a Shadow the Weird Wizard rogue. Before we get into that, let's talk about the new stuff. There's not a whole lot really to mention for this week. We have on the Schwab Entertainment site, looks like another supplement for When the Wolf Comes, and this is something called Doomcraft. Doomcraft introduces new crafts, spells, artifacts, player building options, a new novice path, and a variety of paths of mysteries. So, yeah, there you go. For those of you who are big When the Wolf Comes fans, you have a new toy to play with there, so have at it. But that's really about all the new stuff, so we can jump right into the main topic. And today we're going to be building a rogue. So I've got my form fillable character sheet up here. And I just go ahead and maximize that. And we have our Shadow the Weird Wizard core rulebook here. So let's just get right to it then. We want to be creating a character. So chapter 1 walks you through how to create a novice tier character. As we have a couple times already with the warrior or the fighter, the fighter and the mage. But for the rogue, let's see what we have to do here. So first of all, we have to establish a level. So we will be first level. And then we have to establish an ancestry. Well, we're going to be human, as I'm making all of these characters human initially. So let me just copy that. Let's see, that gives us a size 1 and speed 5 as well. So we have to go to the character sheet. Speed of 5, size 1, and then we put human. Alright, put our trait in here. So the thing we need to remember is that we can increase the scores of 2 different attributes by 1 each, as our human trait cut above tells us. So more than likely I'm going to want to increase agility, and then probably strength, I'm guessing. I may change my mind, but let me put my 2 different attributes by 1 in there for now so I don't forget. All right, so then we go to professions. So for professions, let's see here. Do I want to choose or do I want to roll? All right, well, let's do this. Since this is a rogue, and they have a penchant for getting into trouble, we're going to go with criminal professions, but I'm going to randomize what the criminal profession is. So it's a d20. Let's see what we get. We get a 13. All right, so for 13, grave robber. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to grab, if I can, there we go. I'm going to grab that, copy it, and put it in my character sheet as my profession. All right, so what did I do? You stole valuables from the dead and sold them to buy food and shelter. You might also have stolen corpses for interested buyers. You have a shovel. Treat as an improvised weapon. Okay, well, let's put that down here somewhere. I have a shovel. And we're going to put that down here as an improvised weapon. So we can look that up later. All right, so that is our profession. So let's see here. Moving past profession, we get into equipment. So let's see, we have a normal set of clothes, I have a dagger, and I have the standard gear. So let's just go ahead and grab all that. and put it in the character sheet as well. Okay, so what we can do is we can do backpack, and contains the following. So clothing, gear, I can't really do bullet points, can I? Let's just do this. Clothing, dagger, and the rest of my gear, which will be inside the backpack. Includes a water skin, provisions, 5 torches, and a tinderbox. Okay, so let's put a dagger up here under weapons. And then see what else we get equipment-wise. So we also get a bonus equipment, so choose one of the following. So I think the last one here is probably best suited for a rogue. Leather armor, short sword, sling with bag of 20 bullets, and lockpicks. So I'm going to grab that. And let's put it over here. Let's put it over here for now, because we're going to be moving this stuff. So leather armor, short sword, sling, and lockpicks. Okay, so lockpicks, I'm going to cut that out and put it over here. Keep my lockpicks in my belt pouch. Probably have to buy one of those. Well, you know what? You will have to buy one of those. So for now, I'll keep it in my backpack. Okay. Everything bulleted is in my backpack. Okay, so what else do we have here? So that's all of our equipment. Now all the other stuff after equipment is fleshing out the character's appearance and personality. I can do all that later. But we do want to know, does this guy have a belief system? So his piety, I need 3d6. Alright, so let's see here. That is 11, 12, 13. Another 13. You either don't believe the gods exist or they have no influence over you. That sounds very roguish. So we're going to copy that and put it in our character sheet over here after profession. Okay. All right. So since he doesn't believe in the gods, we don't need to worry about what religion he venerates. So he or she. Oh, and that reminds me. So you might have noticed I already put a name. Like some. Okay. I don't know why there was a interruption there, but I have to check that out in editing. Anyway, so Sombra means shadow. So he or she, I'm thinking she maybe, is going to have a catchphrase. I lurk in the shadows. I was leaning towards a Batman type of phrase, but then I would try to run her as Batman, which I did with the last rogue that I ran. And so I don't want to do that again. So I lurk in the shadows is this catchphrase, is this rogue's catchphrase. All right, so what else do we need? We need a novice path. So we are a rogue, which is a devious adventurer who relies on cunning, skill, and luck. All right, so you got to love those traits. Let's see what we have for a rogue. So you walk a crooked road, One with many twists and turns. As a result, you have a knack for being able to do a little bit of everything, whether you're fighting in combat, casting a spell, solving puzzles, or running for your life. Okay, so I think what I would like to have is a fairly high agility because I'll be doing things typically from a distance. So ranged attacks is going to be my forte, and so I want a good agility with that. Strength is okay. Intellect and will are fine. So I think I'll pick number 5 there. 10, 13, 11, and 9. So let me put that in my character sheet. 10. So I already have 1 under strength, so that'll be 11. This is 13, but I already have a 1 there, so that'll be 14. I already forgot the other numbers. 10, 13, 11, and 9. So this one is 11, and this one is 9. So I'll have a +1, +4, +1, and -1. All right, what else do we get as a rogue? Do I want to decide? Why not? Let's see what their background is. Number 6. You failed at whatever you tried to do first, but you learned enough to help you in your future pursuits. Okay. So he failed at something, but I don't know. He or she. All right. So now we get into the nuts and bolts. So level 1 rogue has a natural defense of 11, starting health of 14. Languages, common and one other language. They have cunning, dodge, and trickery. All right, so first of all, natural defense of 11 and starting health of 14. So natural defense, 11, and starting health of 14. All right. What else do we have? Languages, common and one other language. So let's put over here, languages, common, and then we get to pick a language. So I'm going to save that to see what kind of languages we have available to us. All right, so what else do we have? Cunning, dodge. So let me grab that. Copy. And that'll be one of my novice path talents. Cunning dodge. So what is it? Whenever you dodge, increase the number of boons granted to your agility roll by 1, or the number of banes imposed on the roll made against your defense or agility by 1. All right. So it's good to have cunning dodge, and what's the other one? Trickery. Copy and paste. All right, so what's trickery? Trickery, you can use this talent to make an attribute roll with 1 boon. When you use this talent to roll, to attack with 1 boon, when you use this talent to roll to attack with 1 boon, your attack deals an extra d6 damage. When you use this talent in combat, you lose access to it until the start of your next turn. If you use this talent outside of rounds, you lose access to it for 1 minute or until a combat begins. Okay. And I think that's it. So we have... All right, yep, that's pretty much it. So we have our novice paths. We have our novice path, which is rogue. And I think we have everything else. All right, now let's get into filling out the rest. Now I forgot to do this for my mage last week, so I'm going to have to go back and do that when I finish the rogue here. But Sombra needs to have some... Somber needs to have some equipment statted up. So where's the equipment section? All right, here we go. So armor. So we have armor, and our armor is leather armor, so that's considered light armor. The most common form of light armor has soft, flexible leather clothing reinforced with plates of inflexible, hardened leather designed to protect the vitals. All right. So leather armor provides us a defense of 12 or +1. Okay, so going back to the character sheet, I already have a natural defense of 11. So if I add +1 for the armor, that gives me a defense of 12. Or 12, just for having the armor, not considering my natural defense. So we will just put 12 over here for our leather armor defense. All right, and then our weapons. Okay, so I know I have a dagger. A dagger does a d6 damage, has a light, nimble, and thrown 5 traits. So d6 damage. 1d6 has the nimble, thrown 5. What was the other one? Nimble, thrown 5, and light. Okay, so those are our dagger attribute or properties. Alright, short sword. Short sword. Here we go. It does a d6 damage. Nimble and piercing. 1d6. Nimble, piercing. All right. What else do I have? I have an improvised weapon, which is a shovel. All right, so improvised weapon. Improvised weapon. Where does it talk about improvised weapons? Does it talk about improvised weapons? I would assume it does. Somewhere. But that's okay. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here looking for it because I doubt I'll be shoveling people too much. But I may need to at some point. So let me just look down the list here again, see if improvised might be listed. And it does not look like it is, so I'll have to look it up later. Okay, so those are our weapons that we have. All right, so to hit, I would need a +4 for a dagger, +4 for a short sword, and I believe that's what nimble means. Let me just double check. Nimble. Nimble, nimble, nimble. When you attack with this weapon, you can use agility in place of strength. Yep. All right, so I am using my agility +4, +4, and sling is +4. All right, boons and banes. So I get, I potentially get to use a boon, but that's not an always on thing. I have to actually say that I'm using a boon. And I may not be able to use a boon, so I'm not going to put that down there for any of those. Hands. These weapons say, yeah, they do say. So all of these are, let's see, dagger and short sword are offhand. And a sling is one hand. So let me put down here, off, off. and one hand. Oh, I didn't see what the sling properties were. Ammunition, just copy all that. It's too much for my feeble brain to remember. Okay. Didn't all fit in there, but that's all right. This is a character sheet, digital character sheet, so I can definitely click in there if I have to. All right, what else do we have? I think that's it. I think we have pretty much everything that we need. Now, I do need an additional language, so let me see if I can find the languages again here. Languages. Here we go. Languages. Where are the languages? Here we go. Languages. All right. So you become fluent and literate in a stated language. Major languages appear in Chapter 2. Okay. So let's go to Chapter 2. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Where are you? Come out. There it is. All right. So it's in here somewhere. Language. Languages of the Borderlands. Here we go. Now we're sure. Okay. So languages: common, archaic, hand signs, kingdom, Sylvan, other tongues. Secret languages: alchemical, arcane, druidic, ranger signs, and thieves' cant. Well, it seems to me like I have to choose thieves' cant. Wouldn't be a very good rogue if I didn't know thieves' cant. All right. So I think that's it. I think we have Sombra all statted up. So I think we got all of her stuff. She doesn't need any of this stuff down here, so we're good to go. All right. So I just need to save this one along with my others. Character sheet Sombra. Shadow the Weird Wizard character Sombra human rogue. All right. Now let's go back and finish up our mage, which I abruptly dropped last time. Truth be told, I had to go potty. So that's why I rushed it along, but I don't at the moment. So let's go ahead and finish this up. All right, so we have padded armor for me-wise, the mage. So let's go back to, where's the equipment? Should probably start memorizing where these things are. Here we go, equipment, armor. Okay, so padded armor gives us 11 or plus 0. Well, I think we'll take 11. Because our defense is currently 8. So 11 is better. And then we need to get our weapons statted up. So let's go back and go to the weapons chart. Dagger is a D6, light, nimble, thrown 5. Alright, so D6 damage. Light, nimble plus 5. I can use my agility score. Isn't much better. So I'm plus 0 to hit with that, as I am with quarterstaff. Let's take a look with quarterstaff. quarterstaff. Here it is. So it does a D6 as light and nimble. So yeah, I can use my agility for that as well. Okay, so put that there. 1d6. Also plus 0. Okay, so I think that's all we had to do to finish up me-wise. So one thing that I was questioning last time was how many of the talents do I get for the traits or the traditions that I selected? And the answer is 1. You get 1 talent every time you choose a tradition. So if you choose the same tradition again, you can choose another talent. So, you know, if you want to really get really good at a particular tradition, then you can continue just to choose the same tradition over and over again. You get a different talent, and yeah. But anyway, that answered my question. So you only get 1. And I went ahead and chose the ones that I selected last time. And we will keep those, I believe. So those were Borrow Against the Future and Word of Breaking. All right. So I think we're done with me-wise. Yep. Okay. So that will wrap up this week's. Oh, got to save it. Characters. Let's change the name here. Match the other Shadow of the Weird Wizard character. Me-wise, Human Mage. Yep, there we go. All right, so that'll wrap it up. So I want to, thank you all for watching again. And let me close them all. I want to thank you all for watching again. I appreciate your continued support on this channel. If you have not already done so, please subscribe. That way you don't miss all this fantastic content that I keep throwing your way. And so otherwise, if you don't want to subscribe, that's cool. I put these out every once in a while. If you just give me a nice little thumbs up or leave me a comment, that kind of helps out also. So at any rate, let me go ahead and finish this up. Hail to the Demon Lord and or the Weird Wizard. And we'll have to come up with a better catchphrase at the end of these videos. But anyway, I'm out of here. How do I turn this damn thing off?